and welcome to our continued study of Bhagavad Gita. We have already done two chapters. This is the second time we are doing whole Bhagavad Gita. So we have done the chapter 15 and 16. Now we'll take chapter 9. The beauty of Bhagavad Gita is that you can go from any chapter to any chapter and still it will be complete anytime. So chapter 9 is loaded with detailed knowledge, and that's why it is called Raj Vidya, Raj Yoga. Raj Vidya, Raj Yoga. And so we'll see, God will explain everything about it. Now we are doing second time, so we'll go more in detail so that as we understand Bhagavad Gita even better and in depth. So the first sloka is idam Sri Bhagavan was God says to Arjuna. It is the halfway in Bhagavad Gita. Say idam tu te apaskaya. Idam tu te guhetamam. Idam tu te guhetamam pravakshami anasuyave gnanam vignanam sahitam yad gnatva mokshe se subhat. God declares to Arjuna that I am going to now give you a profound knowledge. Idam tu te, it's this knowledge. Idam tu te, guhetamam. Idam tu te guhetamam. Most confidential, most intense. Guhetamam. Pravakshami anasuyave. Pravakshami means I will declare to you in depth. Pravakshami anasuyave. Because you are a deserving candidate. You are deserving candidate. Anasuya. Suya means jealousy. Anasuya means no jealousy. Your mind is pure. So anasuya. Anasuya. Anasuya is very nice word, nice name. It's common name in Gujarat, for the female. My auntie's name was Ansuya Ben. So Anasuya means the one who has no jealousy. So God tells Arjuna that because your mind is so pure. Suya means jealousy, not jealousy, but even fault finding. So if something is good and you look at the faults, it's called asuya. The one who has not that quality or bad quality is called anasuya. So the Arjuna is that way. Praparoksami anasuya. Gnanam vignanam sahitam. I'm going to declare it with gnana and vignana. Means theory and practice. Gnana means knowledge, we all know. Vignana prefix V makes it a special gnana. What is that special gnana? Means subjectively now you know. Example. You tell a child that this is a hot burner, don't go near it. It will hurt you. So that is a theoretical knowledge we try to impart to the child several times.
Tell me how you like it.
For the safety.
If you want your work, I give you.
So that is, you tell the child that don't go near the fire, it will hurt you and burn. So that is theoretical knowledge. But when a baby, 3-4-year-old baby touches a stove and gets burned and gets a blister, now he has a vignana. He has realized that. So that is one is a theoretical knowledge, one is a practical knowledge. Another example, we all know that stock market is dangerous or potentially harmful. You can lose a shirt. That is a theory. But once you get involved and lose $50,000, that is your now vignana, means experience knowledge. So God says, I'm going to tell you the gnana vignana sanhitam, means both together. Gnana sanhitam. Yat gnatva mokshase asubhat. What will happen with that knowledge? Yat gnatva, knowing that, yat gnatva mokshase, you will be liberated. Liberated of what? Asubhat, means bad happenings to you in this world, you will be liberated with this knowledge. So, idam tute guhetamam pravakshami anasuyave gnanam vignanam sahitam yad gnatva mokshase asubhat. That's why I like to separate out the sandhi of every word. If you otherwise read it, it will say mokshase subhat. It will think that something good is happening. A is silent. Moksha say asubhat. So students like us should it's beneficial to separate out sandhi so you know every word and then the meaning is very clear. So the God declares these knowledge to Arjuna, and because he's deserving, because this knowledge is going to benefit him a lot, and he will be liberated from the asubha. Asubha means bad. That's why we write down as a lab and sub. There's a beneficial and good things happening. Nobody wants asubha. Asubha means painful, destructive, something that you don't like. So asubhat. So otherwise, there are a lot of things Arjuna will happen to you in this world. But once you get this knowledge, you will be liberated of that asubhat. So, and this knowledge is very guhya. Guhya means concealed, secret. God doesn't want to keep secret, but this knowledge is not easily available, or it is open in the market. So this is guhya tamam. Guhya means something concealed, something hidden. That your jewelry is in a concealed place. That is guhya. So word guhya comes from guha. Guha means cave. Guha means cave. So all the masters we used to meditate in the caves. So why in the caves? For complete peace of mind. There is no disturbance, no worldly disturbance. Not animals come, not human beings come, and they wanted to be left alone in the mountains, in the caves. So that is Guhya. Similarly, the spiritual knowledge is hidden in the cave of our heart. Though we carry it, we don't know because it is concealed. We have to make an effort to get it. So that's why it's called Guhyatamam. Guhyatamam is like Guhya, Guhyatar, Guhyatamam means most confidential. So this knowledge is most confidential and profound, and it is once you get this knowledge of spiritual knowledge or divine knowledge, divinity is with us. Vivekananda ji told so many times that is with us, but we have to manifest it. It's like fire is there in the wood, but you have to light it up. There's the redness is in the mehndi, but you have to work on it to bring it. There is a butter in milk, but you have to process it, go through the process to bring it. Similarly, to get this spiritual knowledge, you have to work on that. So you have to work on that, and that is what is required to get it. So and work means what? That is the SLR, that is studying, listening, reading, and meditating. So, listening, reading, studying, and meditating. These four processes, when they are done properly and continuously, that is the preparation. That's called sadhana. My sister's name, sadhana. So that is called sadhana. So once you do that, your mind is ready to absorb the spiritual knowledge. Otherwise, it is there, and it will go with your body, and it is futile. So it's like you are a billionaire, but you never knew that you are a billionaire, no? And then you live like a poor man in the world. No? So that's what it is. So the God says that we have to manifest, and that's why He is helping Arjuna, because his mind is prepared. Mind is prepared means he's ready to absorb this knowledge, and that's what how God starts this chapter. And once you get this knowledge, your mind becomes very pure, and pure mind will absorb, and divinity will manifest itself. So it's the same thing Tulsidas ji says, Nirmal man jana so mohi pawa, mohe kapat chal chidra nahi bhava. God says that is that I like man with a pure mind. Means all the bad qualities are removed. He's prepared, like Arjuna. That is the person who will get nirmal man jan so mohi pava, mohe kapat chal chidra nahi bhava. I don't like tricky people. I don't like bad people. That's what God says now. So from the worldly people we have to become with the divine qualities, and then these knowledge will sign up, and it will be easy that for the knowledge to stay with us, because this knowledge, once you get this knowledge, it is forever. It is not like medicine, that I learned medicine and I forgot medicine and medicine changes. So whatever I learned in the 90s, it is useless now in 2026. Changing. So the spiritual knowledge is non-changing. Avyaya means non-depleting, non-changing. So this is a very, very precious thing that we we have it, we ought to know it. So the next verse says, so that is about Arjuna, God says. Idam tute guyatam prokshami anasuyave gnanam vignanam sanhitam yad gnatva mokshe se subhati. You will be liberated from that. Then he said, now he talks about what is this vidya. So he says, Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam. Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam Pavitram idam uttamam pratyakshawagamam dharmam sa sukham kartum avyam. Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam. Here there is a metaphor. Raj, king, is the king. King is the highest authority in the society. He is the final word. He says that this man gets the imprisonment, he gets it, and he release him, he will be released. Highest authority. That's why Raj. Raj Vidya is the highest. There is nothing higher than that. Raj Vidya. Of all the sciences, this is the highest science. There is no better science than. You become a physicist, you are no better. You become a cardiologist, you pick up any branch. This spiritual knowledge is the highest. So this is called Raj Vidya, knowledge, Vidya, Raj Vidya. Knowledge knowledge means it's a science. Vidya means science. It is a science means it is it is it is verifiable, and it can be repeated with for the same result. So that is science verifiable knowledge, and that can be verified and experienced. Same thing will happen if you do the same thing like a science. So anybody takes a Tylenol, the headache will be released, whether it's a black, white, or yellow. So because it is a science. So similarly, this Raj Vidya, Raj Guhya, means most concealed, most unknown to human beings. So that's why. We know all other fields, and there are universities we establish, but spiritual field is not so well known. No? So the Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam, Pavitram idam uttamam. It is purifying. We can't say that for any other science, no. For architect or engineering or nothing we can say. It is purifying to human being. Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam, Pavitram idam uttamam, Pratyaksha dharma. Pratyaksha means you can see it in front of you. Aksha means eyes, Pratyaksha means in front of eyes, means 100% surety. I see that you are pretty, means you are pretty, I can see that. You are all nice people, we can see that. So that is Pratyaksha, in front of your eyes. Pratyaksha. Avagamam dharmam means it can be experienced. So Pratyaksha avagamam dharmam, it means you can you can experiment with that. Once you follow the same path, you will get the same result. So pratyaksha, it's not on that only Arjuna will get or only some Rishi Munis get. Whoever does it, whatever is stated in the steps, he will realize the same way. Pratyaksha vagamam dharmyam. Dharmyam means loaded with dharma. Dharma means the good things, good virtues, good everything is called dharma. Dharmyam, the one which is loaded with dharma is called dharmyam. Pratyaksha vagamam dharmyam. Sasukham kartum avyam. Sasukham means very easily doable. We will think that, oh, such a dance thing, I have to go in a forest and do some austerity. No. Sasukham, God says it is very easy to do it. You are not trying, that's why you are away. Sasukham kartum, to do this is very easy. Sasukham kartum avyayam means you will get the knowledge which is going to be with you forever, non-depleting, no, and all your delusions will be gone and you will be done forever. And this knowledge doesn't change like all other knowledge and field of knowledge which are changing, ever changing. What material you were used to construct a house, nobody is using that now. In 70s and 60s, they don't use it. Say 70s and 60s, what medicine and cardiology we were doing, now they are proven to be wrong and useless. So, and unfortunately, I've gone through the field of cardiology for 50 years, so I know what mistakes we were making and what were considered good is considered bad now. No? So spirituality, it is not subject to those kind of errors and deficiencies. So that's why God says that it is very easy to do it. Only thing you are not going on that side. God says, what can I do? Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam Pavitramidam Uttamam Pratyaksha Avagamam Dharmam Sasukham Kartum Avyam. Very easily you can do it. And God declares so many places that I reside within you. 6 or 7 places, God says, I am within you. Mame Vanso Jiv Loke, I am in this. Sarvasya Cham Rudiham Sannivisto, I am in the heart. Iswara Sarva Bhutanam Hriday Arjun Testa. So many places. Now, if you don't believe, you need knowledge, God says. And if you believe, there is nothing to wait. Now go on that path. If you don't know, you need knowledge. If you know, it is silly to wait or waste. So both way, you are making error if you don't do it. And you should start your journey. Jesus says the same thing. Seek me and seek me with all heart and you will find me. Look for me with all intensity and all love, you will find me. So all scriptures say the same thing. And our job is to follow the teachings. So for that, you need a devotion and faith. So faith and devotion are the ingredients so that you can go on this one, no, this path. So that is about the spiritual science. God told that it's the best, it's doable, it's easy. You must do it. You will be free of all the headaches of the world, and you will be benefited. Nothing to lose on this path. No. In the third verse now, he says, Asradada dhana purusha. Asradada dhana purusha dharmasya asya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mrityu sansara vartmani. So like I said, you need Shraddha. Shraddha is the first one you need, otherwise you can't learn. So you have to have faith. So Shraddha, you need it. So one who has Shraddha is called Shraddha Dhana, means the one endowed with Shraddha. Here God says asraddhada dhana, not endowed with Shraddha, means deficient in Shraddha. So he says asraddhada dhana purusha dharmasya asya. These dharma, these virtuous things we want to understand. Asraddhada dhana dharmasya asya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante, not attaining to me, aprapya mam nivartante, mrityu sansara vartmani, will go again in birth death cycle. The one who has no faith, he will not go on this path and will be devoid of the spiritual knowledge for which I have sent you there, for given you the human birth. Only in human birth you can get spirituality. Animals can't get spirituality, even though we want to. But because it's called bhogyoni, while only in human species you can make it better, you can understand the divinity, and you can become divine from human being to divine being. संत कवि जैसे पशु का होय पनैया नर का कछु न होय नर अगर करनी करे नर नारायण होय Pasuka hoy panaya. Animals are better than us. From their skin, we get the shoes and coats and all those things. Pasuka hoy panaya. Narka kachu na hoy. Nar agar karani kare, to nar narayan hoy. But man has these great option available to him that if he follows the righteous path and does right thing, he can become from human being to divine being. So that is God says that if you are lacking Shraddha, you will not be a beneficiary of this knowledge. Although this knowledge is available and are left for you. Shraddha means faith. Shraddha means not blind faith. Shraddha means Shankaracharya ji describes it very nicely. Says Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhaya Avdharana Sa Shraddha. इट्स नॉट जैसे मेरे को श्रद्धा है इसमें कि ये बाबा मेरे को मिलियनर बना देगा, नॉट दैट काइंड ऑफ श्रद्धा. सो शास्त्र से इन द स्क्रिप्चर, वॉट एवर इज रिटन इन द स्क्रिप्चर, शास्त्र से guru vakya se, and the words of the guru, because guru stands for shastra, guru vakya se satya buddhaya avadharana, it is 100% true that you take it at face value. Satya buddhaya avadharana sasradha, and then you can verify for yourself. So that is the gnan vignan. So that faith or first step is necessary. It is necessary for everything. I want to go become a cardiologist. I have to know that these books have true knowledge. These professors are good. They are not fooling me, and they are going to help me. That is Shraddha. So same way, if you have Shraddha in scriptures, you will get it. So that's why our Upanishads also say, Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyan, Yogat, Eva, Hi. That is Kevalya Upanishad. Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyan, Yogat, Eva, Hi. By this means only Kevalya Upanishad. With the Shraddha, with the Bhakti, with the Dhyana, meditating on this, that is called, that is the only way you will get it. There is no other way. Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana, Yogat, Eva, Hi. So, a lot of scriptures, the same thing is written. There in Bhakti Rasamrita, it says, Adavu Shraddha. Adavu means to begin with. Shraddha. Shraddha will bring a sadhu samagam or santa samagam. So santa samagam. And that will cause your liking for devotion to God and Kriya. So Adu Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha means a company of the great master, Sadhu Sangha. tat, tat, bhakti, bhajana, kriya. All these will be available, but to start with Shraddha. So that is essential 100%. And in worldly life also we have Shraddha. We use Shraddha every minute. If we don't have Shraddha, we cannot do anything. You cannot take a flight to Florida. You won't take flight. No. You have a Shraddha in the Boeing and you have Shraddha in the pilot that they will take me right way. You haven't seen the pilot. No, he may be drunk also. You don't know. But you have a Shraddha that even the judges, when they give a verdict in the from their position of power and as a judge, he has not seen himself the crime. He is going by the words of other evidences and declares with his knowledge and background and understanding that okay, this man deserves to be in prison for forever because he committed that crime. Did he see the crime? No, but he has a faith in the evidences. He has the faith in the system. And that's how he comes to the judgment. So Shraddha everywhere, and we use it. In spiritual only we say, oh, who knows? We are very smart people. Who knows? I don't believe. But otherwise everything works on Shraddha. Mr. Trump manages the whole country, manages or mismanages the whole country from the words of governors in different countries, as different states. Does he go and see that there was a riot in the Louisiana or there was a demonstration in California? No, but he goes the words of his ministers and his cabinet ministers, and so everywhere Shraddha is necessary. That is in short. So, and beautifully, in Astavakra Gita, sage Astavakra says, Shraddha Swatat, Shraddha Swa, have Shraddha, Shraddha Swatat, he calls son, have Shraddha, he tells to Janaka, King Janaka, Shraddha Swatat, Shraddha Swa, na atra moha kurusva bho, don't be confused and don't bring delusion kurusva. Because भगवान स्वरूप मुक्त आत्मा you are tvam prakrute param. You are a divine godly element. My child, don't have confusion and have faith. Shraddha swatat shraddha swa na atra moha kurusva bho. My son, don't get into delusion. You are pure soul. You are a Bhagwan Swarupa Muktatma. Tvam Prakrute Param. You are beyond what Prakriti you see. So Shraddha, very important. And the next, now God tells us, what is this creation? No? So he says, Maya tat midam, Bhagavad Gita tells everything. No? Maya tat midam sarvam jagad vyakta murtinam masthani sarva bhutani natvaham teshu te mai. So Maya tat midam sarvam jagad vyakta murtinam masthani sarva bhutani na cha aham teshu avasthita. Word by word. Maya tatam idam sarvam. Maya, by me. Tatam means pervaded. Maya tatam idam, what you see, idam sarvam, whatever you see is pervaded by me. God says that. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avyakta murti nam means my unmanifest form. I have pervaded all this, but I am not manifest. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avyakta murti nam. Masthani sarvabhutani. All beings are within me. Masthani, within me. This Masthani word he will use in 3 slokas subsequent. Masthani sarvabhutani. Nacha aham tesu avastita. But I don't reside in them. I have pervaded. I am existing in everything. famous example that the ice cube is pervaded by water in every corner. There is no corner of ice cube which is devoid of water. Sugar cube is pervaded with sweetness. Any corner you take, there is sweetness. Similarly, God has pervaded everything in this universe. Only thing, it's in unmanifest form, so we don't see. You can cut it and examine it, you won't find it. So same thing for other things also. No? There is fire in the wood. You can cut the wood piece to pieces. You won't find fire. You have to go through the proper process, no? To find. If you want to use the fire in the wood, you have to follow certain steps. So same says, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad vyakt murtina masthani sarvabhutani nacha aham te teshu avasthita. I am not in there. So these truth is mentioned in many Upanishads. That eko deva sarva bhuteshu guda. Eko deva sarva bhuteshu guda. Means in concealed form, God is in every being and everything. That is Sveta Swarup, Upanishad says this. Our Isavasya Upanishad starts, first Upanishad, there's a first sloka, Isavasyam idam sarvam enkinchit jagatyam jagat. Whatever you see in Jagat, moving and non-moving, is covered by me, is enveloped by me, is pervaded by me. So the God has said that very many times, but we can't see it because it is unmanifest. So that's why God says, Naham prakasa sarvasya yogmaya samavruta mudho na vijanati loko mam ajamavayam. So God says, Na aham prakasa sarvasya. I'm not visible to everybody or perceptible to everybody or knowable to everybody. Na aham prakasa sarvasya. Why? Yogamaya samavruta. I am covered with my yogamaya. Mudho na vijanati means the one who is ignoring and who has not gone this path will never know me. My divine form he will never know because there are three powers of God. One is a Jiva Shakti, Maya Shakti, and both these Shakti is covered by Yoga Maya, his divine power. So we can't see God outside, we can't see God inside. Jiva Shakti, though God resides that, we can't understand. God resides outside, we can't see it. Why? Because of the Yogamaya, which is the most powerful power of God. So that is the reason, but the truth is that He is there and you have to follow the process. So next sloka says, Nacha masthani bhutani pashyame yogeshwaram bhut bunnacha bhutasto mama atma bhut bhavan. Again, nacha masthani. All that is residing in me, all these human beings and everything. Nacha masthani bhutani pashyame yogeshwaram. Will not see my divine Yogeshwar Swarupa Yogeshwara. Bhuta Bunnacha Bhutasto. Though I am the supporter, maintainer of them, they will not know me. Bhuta Bunnacha Bhutasto. Mama Atma Bhut Bhavana. Though I am the creator, I am the maintainer, I am providing you everything, still they will not know my divine form. So here again God used word Matsthani, means residing in me, Matsthani. Now God gives a beautiful analogy for us to understand. And he says, Yatha akasthito nityam vayu sarvatra goman tatha sarvani bhutani masthani iti upadara. He tells Arjuna, I make you simple for you. He says, Yatha akasthito nityam. Arjuna, like this akash, this space, ether space, यथा आकाशस्थितो नित्यम Vayu sarvatra goman. How the wind resides in it, wind moves inside it, which is powerful. Yatha akasthito nityam vayu sarvatra goman tatha sarvani bhutani matsthani iti upadray. Understand that like the vayu stays in the ether, same way you all reside in me. Iti upadharay means you understand this way. यथा आकाशस्थितो नित्यं वायु सर्वत्र गुमान तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मत्स्थानि इति उपधराय. That's what it is. You all live within me. You all will die within me and go from one birth to another, including all kinds of species and everything. But it's all happening within me, like all these vayu moves in the space. So the wind blows from Chicago to New York, same wind, but in what? In the ether. And ether remains untainted. The fire of California does not leave a bad odor in the ether. So similarly, I have created you all. You all live within me, but I am not affected, and you all exist within me. Yatha prastito nityam. Then God says, Sarva Bhutani Konteya Prakrutiyanti Mamikam Kalpaksaya Punastani Kalpode Visrujamyam. So Sarva Bhutani Konte Arjuna, all beings, Sarva Bhutani Konte. Prakrutiyanti Mamikam. They all come from my Prakriti. Prakriti is God's power. Is a dynamic power of God, is Prakriti. Sarva Bhutani Kunte. Prakriti Anti Mamikam. It's my power. Kalpakshe Punastani Kalpade Vishrujamyam. At the end of a kalpa means so many years, I stopped calculating them. Means millions and billions of years. One day of Brahma is so many years, and 100 years of Brahma is one kalpa. And if you put it in the form of our regular year understanding, it comes to 311 trillion 40 billion human years. So I said, okay, many. So that is called kalpa. Means at the end of some time, God will fold all this creation and will recreate again. So that's what it says. Sarva Bhutani Konteya Prakrutiyanti Mamikam Kalpaksaya Punastani Kalpo Dev Visrujamyam, and then I will create it again. That is it. Prakriti Swam Vastavya Visrujami Puna Puna Bhuta Gramam Imam Krishnam Sarva Prakrutir Vasat. Means Prakriti Swam Vastavya, taking as using my Prakriti Swam Vastavya, Visrujami means I create Visrujami, Puna, again and again. Bhut Gramam Imam Krishnam, all these beings, Imam Krishnam, all Krishnam, Avasa Prakrutir Vasat. They are helpless. They have no say in that. So we have no say in the way the nature works. So it says as a Bhuta Gramam Imam Krishnam Avasa. Avasa means helplessly. Prakrutir Vasat, they are under the influence. Like where we are born, with what abilities we are born, with what beauty we are born, as when we will be picked up. These all things are not known to us and not under our control. We had no say in that. He could have put you in a whatever family he wanted, whatever religion, whatever circumstances, whatever intellect. So that is all his territory. That's what he says. Says that you have no say. We think that I'm the Dada. No, you don't have a say in anything as what happens to you, where you go, what will happen when your show will be folded. Nothing is no, you don't have any say. Okay. So that's why Maya is the power of God. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat. No, Mayam tu Maya is Prakriti, is Maya. Mayam tu Prakriti Vidyat. Know that. Mainam tu Maheshwara. And the boss of that Maya is God. Mayam tu Prakritim Vidyat. Mainam tu Maheshwara. So God is the boss. And now God says, Nacha mam tani karmani nibandhanti dhananjaya. Udasina vatasina asaktam tesu karmasu. All these activities don't bother me. Nacha mam tani karmani nibandhanti dhananjaya. Nothing binds me. No. Why? Udasina vata asina. Like a neutral person, sakshi. Udasina vata asina. I'm sitting like a observer. Udasina vata asina. Asakta, unattached, asakta, teshu karmasu. I'm unattached from all these things. These truth, once we understand, the mukti is there. Next one. So, when a devotee knows that everything is conducted by God, everything belongs to God, everything is under His power, I am only an instrument and I am only His particle. Once your intellect accepts this truth, the mukti is assured for you in this birth. Who says that? Bhagwan Ramakrishna. Bhagwan Ramakrishna says exactly in the quotes, when a devotee knows that everything happens by the will of Lord and he is only an instrument, mukti is assured for him in this birth. Bhagwan Ramakrishna. And he wanted all his disciples, all his swamis to know this truth before they go in the world and serve the world. He says, first you realize yourself, then you go in the world. So that you will not be tainted by the blemishes of the world. So this is the truth, that we are not the doers, we are not in charge, we are product as a subject to the prakriti or our laws of karmas. We have no say in it. So better be the disciple of God and work for God. So once a devotee knows that, he is free. So Saint Vincent, the famous saint of Christianity, he used to say to his body, "Oh, come on, donkey, move, serve the master." He used to tell himself, "Come on, donkey, move, serve the master." So it's same everywhere. So all these masters have said the same thing. So give up your ego, give up everything. No, give up your ego. Know that you are just here for a little while. You don't know how long, and be in harmony with the divine and with Prakriti, and be helpful to the creation, because creation is God and God is creation. So it is identical. That one is a manifest form of Brahman and the Jivatma is unmanifest form of Brahman. Both are Brahman. God doesn't need any service, so he says serve the creation. So but as long as you have ego, there will be problem. So Sant Kabir ji also says, as long as there is ego, जब मैं था तब हरि नहीं, जब हरि है तब मैं नाई, प्रेम गली इति साकरी, जामे दो न समाए. It is so narrow that I have to give up my individual identity, then I will merge with God. So otherwise not. So prem gali iti sakari, jame do na samaye. And then God says in the 10th verse, Maya dakshen prakriti suyate sachara hetu nanev konte jagadavi parivartate. Maya adyakshan means supervision. Under my supervision, whole prakriti functions. Day happens, night happens, and seasons change, and people die and people are born. This is all under my control. Maya adhyakshen prakriti suyate means gives birth to suyate characharam to moving and non. Maya adhyakshen prakriti suyate characharam hetu naneva konte. Because of that, hetu naneva jagadavi parivartate. Because of that, the cycle of sansara continues. How much clear God can be, no? It is very, very clear. अजानन्ति मां मूढ़ा मानुषीं तनुमाश्रिता परम भावम अजानन्तो मम मम भूत महेश्वरम. But the people who ignore me, they don't know me. Avjananti ma mudha. Mudha means confused, deluded. As all asura. We did study the whole earth. The one who believes that this is the body, this is I, the God does not exist, that kind of man. They will not understand. So, avjananti ma mudha manusim tanumasrita param bhavam ajananto mama bhuto maheshwaram. Then God says, Mogasha Moga Karmano Moga Gnana Vichetasa Raksasim Asurim Cheva Prakrutim Mohinim Srita. God says Mogasa means with the very with the futile hopes. Mogasa, Moga Karmano, with their karmas are also not guided well. Mogasa, Moga Karmano, Moga Gnana, their knowledge is fragmented and have no divine knowledge. Mogasa, Moga Karmano, Moga Gnana, Vichetasa. Vichetasa means Chetasa means intelligent. Vichetasa means not intelligent. Moga asha, moga karmano, moga gnana, vichetasa. Raksasim, asurim, cheva, prakrutim, mohinim, srita. They are confused with a negative prakriti influence. So asuri qualities they have. So they are devoid of this knowledge. And then he says, Mahatmanas tum mam partha. So that first he described devilish people or one who has no faith, no nothing, nothing to do with God. As he said. Now he says, Mahatma, but Mahatmanas tu. Mahatmanam is very, very divine, with a divine understanding. These kind of beings, Mahatmanas tu. Mam Partha Devim Prakriti Mastha with the divine qualities. Bhajati Ananya Manasa. They worship me with undivided mind. Bhajati Ananya Manasa Gnatva Bhutadim Avyayam. They know me as ever existing power and in charge. They worship me. Mahatmanas Tumam Partha. Devim Prakritim Astita Bhajati Ananya Manasa. Ananya means nothing else. Ananya Manasa Gnatva Bhutadim Avyam, knowing me to be the creator and maintainer of all beings. So this is the 13th verse, Mahatma. So these God gave so much of information in these 13 verses. And if you have any questions, you can ask, and then we'll continue with the further slokas. In 3 sessions, we'll finish the whole chapter, which has 34 slokas, and this is the Raj Vidya Raj Guya, means we will know everything. So if there is any doubt, you can ask question. God has given the answers already.
Why does God say that it is secret?
Why he says it is secret?
Secret, Guya.
Yeah, Goya means it is concealed. He's not a secret agent, He's not like CIA agent or anything. No, not that kind of secrecy. But this thing, to know it, you have to make an effort. It is there. Only thing, you have to make an effort to know it. If it is that kind of secret, like CIA secret, even you make effort, you wouldn't know. But here, this divine knowledge is not written on my forehead or easily available to us. No. But if you make an effort, The tendency to go towards that is already there in all human beings. But to promote that and to make a free choice to go towards the divinity is a free choice. God says that I left a choice for you to make. So that is called love. Love means you made a choice to go towards that. Machine does not have that choice. Only living beings have this choice. God says it is there. Now, but you have to make a choice to go towards me, the divinity, or go towards the world that you see. That is the choice. If you really love me and you are devoted to me, you make that choice, then I know you are devoted to me. So that is called devotion. That you make a free will to go towards divinity is devotion, bhakti. So to that extent, you can say that it is. That's why he says that, okay, it is there. What do you want to do? You decide.
But just like Prakriti is readily available with distractions and things to attract us to do different things, this knowledge and information is not necessarily readily available to everyone. Like if I
No,
look back and think about my childhood or anybody in a normal person's childhood, like I mean, we're lucky that we are here together as a group, but it's not readily available, I feel.
no,
Why is that?
it is readily available. You you get sick and you get 106-degree temperature. Your mother will go to the God and you will go to God and all the godly things will start. It is readily available. But we were enticed by the goodies of the world and that way we are lost. But as soon as a difficulty comes, say God forbid, if somebody gets divorced or has a lot of difficulties, he will try to find out, oh God, please help me. And they run to God. So to that extent, I mean, because we are comfortable and everything is good is happening and enticing is as us in the world. So that's why that God becomes dormant. If you are in trouble, you will remember God for often. Oh
Mm.
my God, or you will curse God often. No? Either way, but you will remember it.
So we should make an effort.
So got it? Does it make sense? Not that, I mean, we all know that,
That's what it is.
When the exam comes, you say, okay, God, please help me out. And
Doug,
we write down Om, and then we start writing the paper, and somebody keeps a statue of Ganesha in front and all those things because we are
You
helpless
know,
at that time.
yeah, I think that makes sense. But I'll say one thing is that the two examples that are given, like that you mentioned about the first line of Ishavasya Upanishad,
Yeah.
that knowledge or that explanation or the explanation that Krishna gives about the sky
Mm.
and that we are like air in the ether, right? I think that kind of an explanation is something that had was a turning point for me really to really understand what is meant by all these teachings. And that like that pervasion, that understanding that concept of pervasion, that kind of teaching is is not readily available. I'm not complaining. I'm just
No,
like
it is available, but it was not promoted. It was not promoted in the society because there is no commercial value to it. So that's why you didn't go for that, and you went for some technical branch or some become engineer, doctor, carpenter, whatever, because it has a practical, tangible value, material.
but for spirituality, you have to make an effort and
Pardon?
search for what you want.
Yes. So, so this and God, scriptures say that you will be thrown in very bad circumstances. Everyone, okay, everyone. Prakriti will assault you here and there, different ways. Somebody will get divorced, somebody will get sick, somebody will get lose money. to wake you up and go towards the God. It gives you blows here, there, big, small, so that you go towards God. That is the function of Prakriti. He says, I will harass you till you go towards God, but you don't go towards God. So you get harassed. That's it.
Mm. Yeah.
This is the science.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why do you think there's something bad should happen to you or to anybody? And not only sometimes we think the money will solve the problem. No, you have a money, but your child will die. So okay, you are done. Again, you are miserable. No, so there are so many ways we can be miserable, and Prakriti knows how to harass you. No,
Mm.
so
I
it will
think
harass you. It says
knowledge is very important, like we all say.
yes,
दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे
yes,
न कोय, जो
yes,
सुख में सुमिरन करे दुख काहे को होय.
yes.
So
So that seeing the God in good things and adversities is very important both. If you see it, that, and then you think that this is all show and it is all passing by events, and it is a functioning of the Prakriti, and I have nothing to do with. I'm a Sakshi Bhav, and I'm devoted to God. Then you are done. Ramakrishna writes so clearly, no. I mean, there is nothing more saints can do.
Mm.
Writes so clearly, that. But
Yeah.
we think that no, I am not the instrument. I am the creator. I am the enjoyer. Enjoyer. Okay. On a limited scale, you are an instrument, and you are sent here for some purpose. So that is the extent of your freedom. You are free, but you are not totally free. Like Bhagwan gives a very good example that a cow is tied to a rope, and in the backyard, and has a 15 feet rope. So cow thinks that she is free to roam around, but she is only can go in the 15 feet radius. So that much is the freedom.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. So one more thing is
No, but if this
Shraddha.
makes sense, then you keep going on this, keep thinking about it, and then it will clear a lot of things.
Yeah. So another thought was about Shraddha. I love the fact that you pointed out all the facts about how we have faith in so many things. And we don't even realize that we are relying on that faith
Yes,
in order to carry us through everything,
day-to-day
even
life.
our
Yeah,
next breath, right? Even our next breath or
yeah,
our next thought. There is like an uh, implicit faith or belief that it will occur. So that's one. I mean, thank you for sharing that with the group. And then also, this is just a thought I had, is like one thing about Shraddha is that it still fosters a sense of separation between the self and God. Like it still feel like, I think the reality is everything is like one. We are it. uh but when at some level, when people start with faith, it is like, I have faith in God, right? Like I think if we stay in that state, that still keeps that separation of like, I am different from God.
yeah.
It's just a thought
Yeah,
I had.
that's why in Updeshar, no, we did Updeshar where it says as Bheda Bhavanat Soham Ityaso Bhavana Vida Pavani Mata, to worship God with a Ved Bhavanat, with the way that am worshiping God. Ved Bhavanat Soham Ityaso, I am God. With that kind of understanding, worship Him. Ved
Yeah.
Bhavanat Soham Ityaso. Bhavana Abhida Pavani Mata. You are
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
That is,
yeah,
that
yeah.
is, that is. Go on the commentary of these things. If you read the commentary of these words in Upadesha, means you start with the thinking that we are separate, and then with the reading. That's why it says reading, listening, meditating. You will you will come to the truth.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
other question, please?
One last question, and maybe there is no answer, maybe there's an answer. So Krishna is preaching to Arjun, and he's preaching as an avatar, but not as Brahman. Or is he saying I am as like in me as Ishwar, or is he saying I am as Brahman?
So Krishna, when he incarnated, he was like a human being, relative of Arjuna. But when he imparted this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, he was divine, he was God. I am Yogeshwara, he tells. He did not tell it before to Arjuna that, look, I am Yogeshwara, and I tell you. So imparting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, God was the ultimate creator. In that form, he imparted knowledge. So if you read Gita and look at every verse in Gita, it will tell you that this is the highest authority and divinity that declares this truth. So he was the divine, highest divine form, Ishvara, when
So
he gave
Ishvara,
this
correct.
when he gave this knowledge to it.
So when he says Mam in me, he means Ishvara, not Brahman, right?
Same thing. Brahman and Ishvara, same thing. There's a Brahman, this is the ultimate authority power, no? So Brahman, Bhagwan, Ishwar, you want to say whatever, creator, say.
Sure. Anyone else? Any other question?
A comment with what Manjri just said about Shraddha. But I thought like Shraddha really applies to the God and Devtas, but not to the human beings. Human beings, for example, you mentioned like a pilot or a judge, but I said we trust them. But Shraddha, I thought, goes to the God, not to
No,
the
Shraddha is
human. I
also
was
a
like,
trust. Shraddha also is a trust.
there's a
These are
trust.
all
Okay.
human emotions. I have a faith in you. Parents have faith in children that they will turn out to be good and they will do good things in the world. No, so with that faith, they raise the child. He
Right.
might turn out to be a crook. That is different story. But they have the Shraddha. So that is a so
Mm.
Shraddha is faith, is an emotion. It applies to the day-to-day life as well as to God.
Right.
So,
Okay. I was
so,
thinking applies
so,
to
so,
God
so it's
only.
the same thing when you
Shraddha
apply towards the
Karo.
God, you will get godly knowledge. Otherwise, you have to have faith in everything. You go to a doctor, you have to have faith. You lie
Right.
down and get operated by a doctor, you have faith in that doctor. Otherwise, you will get up and run away. No? So, so that is faith. So Shraddha is very common thing, but we associated Shraddha with a blind faith. When we say,
Mm.
yeah, इसको भगवान में बहुत श्रद्धा है, means no, it negative
Right.
tone be, but it's not so. So Shraddha that's why Shankaracharya ji defined it. In the scriptures word, in the Guru's word, they are 100% right, knowing that is Shraddha.
Okay.
Thank you. I think if there's no other question,
No,
then
I wanted to add very briefly, just a
Yes.
continuation of the thought that Manjari ji raised. And in starting with Shraddha, in Bhagavad Gita also that reference Dakshap comes where he says, जिनकी जैसी श्रद्धा है वो मनुष्य वैसा ही बन जाता है. So
Yeah.
everybody has a different degree of Shraddha. And with this, I
Yeah.
go to the question that she had, कि गुह्यतम क्यों है ये, या ये जो ज्ञान है इसको गोपनीय क्यों रखा. तो जो मनुष्य है वो दूसरे मनुष्य को उतना ही जान सकता है जितनी उसमें उसको जानने की इच्छा होती है, या उसकी जैसी समझ होती है वैसे ही वो जानता है. तो एक ही आदमी जो है वो अलग अलग तरह से जाना जाता है. कुछ लोग सोचते हैं ये कितना बुद्धिमान है, कितना आर्टिस्टिक है, उसको आर्ट में इंटरेस्ट है, उसको साहित्य की बातें करता है, वो साहित्यिक लगता है, किसी को बिजनेस जैसा लगता है. तो जो जिस तरह से देखता है वैसा लग जाता है. लेकिन कई लोग होंगे उनको बिल्कुल रुचि नहीं है उसमें, वो बात उसकी सुन ही नहीं रहा है, वो तो वो उसको कुछ अपना ज्ञान दे नहीं सकेगा। इसको अगर हम मैग्नीफाई करके भगवान की तरफ डाल देते हैं, तो अगर हमारी प्यास ही नहीं, तो जिसको पानी सामने पड़ा है पर प्यास नहीं होगी, तो उसके लिए पानी का कोई अर्थ नहीं है। तो अब इसमें फिर वो बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स आ जाते थे, डॉक्टर साहब बता रहे थे, उसमें पूर्व जन्म का भी कुछ आ जाता है,
सब कुछ आ जाता
प्रारब्ध
है।
भी है, बहुत सारी बातें आ जाती हैं। तो ऐसा भगवान ने भगवत गीता में भी कहा कि ये गूढ़ है या गोपनीय है, जिसको मुझ में श्रद्धा नहीं हो उसको मत बताना। तो ऐसे
He
भगवत
tells
गीता।
at
जी।
he tells at the
हाँ
end
हाँ।
to Arjuna, the idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha asrususave vacham na cha mamyo basudati. Arjuna, I imparted you this such a profound knowledge, but never tell it to who? Idam tena atapaskaya, one who is not a tapasvi or not a austere man, atapaskaya, na bhakta, who is not a devotee, one who has a doubt, one who is not ready to listen to me, don't declare to me. Don't declare to him. As I only talk about Gita in front of this group. If I go to party, do I talk about Gita? I don't talk about Gita. There we talk about Donald Trump and McDonald and something, no?
They talk about stocks.
Yes. We don't talk about Gita. By mistake also I don't talk.
Yeah.
So you cannot, because that mind is not prepared. They won't listen. They have no faith. They have no interest. No nothing. Nothing. They are my dear friends. No, so they can be your family members, but the interests are different. So thank God that we have predilection for God, and that's why we click this button and join on Zoom. Otherwise, you will go on somewhere else, no? And God says there are very few people who have these interests. No? मनुष्याणाम सहस्रेषु कश्चिद् यतति सिद्धये यतताम अपि सिद्धानाम कश्चिन्मा वेति तत्त्वतः 1 in 1,000, and out of those 1 in 1,000, 1 in 1,000,000 will know me in entirety. How much clear he can be. Manushyanam Shastris or 1,000, one will go on this path. And those who are going on this path, out of that, 1 in 1,000 will get me. 1 in 1,000,000 chance that you will understand totally the divinity, and you will be a liberated soul. It's 1 in 1,000,000. But 1 in 1,000 is also very good, and 1 in 1,000,000 chance is also not a impossibility. There are 1 in 1,000,000 are millionaires, no? But see, there are so many millionaires.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate
पूर्णमुदच्यते
Purnasya
पूर्णस्य
Purnasya Purnamidaya
पूर्णमादाय
Purnamevavashishyate.
पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ
Om
Om
Shanti
Shanti
शान्ति
Shanti
Shanti
शान्ति
Shanti.